Hello again. Welcome back everyone to Little K Artistry. I am Kristen, also known as Little K, and I welcome you all back to my studio here at Little K Artistry. I am doing something really fun tonight, and I'm so glad to have you joining me. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and watching another video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I don't know how you found me, but I'm so very glad that you did. And I hope that you like what you see here and you like it well enough to share and also to subscribe. If you would like to be notified when my videos post so that you don't miss any of them, you can go ahead and hit the bell so you'll get notifications. You guys know how YouTube works. And I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it. I have got some primary colors that I'm working with today. I did a tester of this pour on a small, I think it was a 10-inch by 10-inch, just a thin board, and those are my tester pieces that I try different things out because they're not very big and they're easy to manipulate, they're quick to dry, and I like to use them because they're very, very inexpensive. You can get 20 of them for just a couple of dollars, and I like to use those instead of the full-sized or the actual cotton stretched acid-free cotton canvases because those are more expensive and I don't like to waste them. But I do like to experiment with colors, and I do enjoy using the primary colors. So today I am using primary colors, not primary like primary yellow, primary red, primary blue, but I am using yellow, red, blue, and also I have an iridescent orange that I'm going to be using too, and I'm really hoping for something really funky. And by mixing the yellow and the blue, I'm hoping to get some green, and possibly the blue and the red might get a little purple. Which is why I love working with the primary colors, because you get to make fun extra colors. Yay! All right, so we're gonna dive right in. This is a reclaimed round. This is one of my special canvases that I have reclaimed. This has a curved edge. These are really hard to find. I don't have that many of them. And when I do one, typically I did one on here that did not dry well, so I reclaimed it by just covering it with a layer of gesso, and I encourage you to do that if you are reusing your canvases and you want to keep whatever it is that you're doing on the canvas. You want it to dry and then you want to seal it and you want to keep it. If you're reusing a canvas and you're just going to scrape it, or you don't care what happens to it, or you're just going to toss it, heaven forbid, then don't worry about the gesso. However, what I have found, and this might be particular to my place in the world, I don't know if it's common, but what I find is when I do a painting on top of a canvas that has already got a dried painting on it, the painting on top cracks when it dries. And I don't know if it's because the paints underneath are glossy and the paints on top don't have anything to hold on to. So as they dry, they shrink and then you get those cracks. I don't know what it is, but it drives me crazy. So whenever I reclaim a used canvas, I always put a layer of gesso, and then I wait 24 to 48 hours and then I repaint, and then no cracking. So we're good to go. Today, I am going to be doing another cloud pour. I'm stuck in the clouds again. I thought I could get away from them. I haven't been able to get away from them yet, which is okay. But one thing that I want to address here while I'm putting the base coat, I'm just doing a base coat of Amsterdam's primary yellow. This is a primary color. This is primary yellow. One thing I want to mention to you guys is, first of all, before I get to that, you'll notice I'm not using any of the Liquitex Flow-Aid because this already has a layer that's pretty smooth, and I'm not going to have a problem moving the paints on this. So when I reclaim a canvas and I put gesso on it, I usually don't have to worry about using any of the Flow-Aid. I just put the paints right on it. So this is a little bit of my base coat, and that is the primary yellow from Amsterdam. One thing that I want to address is I had recently got a message, and it was on Instagram. I am on Instagram. If you are on Instagram and you'd like to follow me there, same thing, Little K Artistry. I'm also on Facebook, at my personal page, and also my art page, Little K Artistry. But I got a message on Instagram, and someone asked me, someone who will remain nameless at the moment, unless they want me to reveal who they are, they said something like, and I'm not quoting, I'm paraphrasing, why are you all over the place with your YouTube channel? you do a cloud pour, and then you do the abstract symbolism, and then you do a blowout, and then you do cloud, and then you do 10 cloud pours, and then you go back to the abstract symbolism, and then you do a texture piece, blah, blah, blah. You're all over the place. Why don't you pick one thing and go with it? That's a valid question. The answer is, well, okay, so I apologize if I'm going to be a little sarcastic here. I tend to be sarcastic sometimes. I apologize if it's offensive, but first of all, it's my channel. So I can do what I want. But that's not the main, that's just a very tiny bit. The main reason is, as many of you know, hopefully that you know if you've been watching my channel long enough, my art started as therapy for me. And among other things, I have ADD, and I also have a little OCD. And it is probably mostly due to my childhood trauma, and also I had some recent trauma in the last couple of years, which is what led me to my discovering my art through my therapist. But because this is therapy for me, there are so many different styles of art that I love. I tend to do what I feel in the moment. And sometimes it's going to be 10 cloud paintings, cloud pours. Another time it might be 10 blowouts. I might start doing a texture piece. I might take an abstract symbolism piece and then add texture to that, which I have been doing too, which is also very fun. The point is, it's my therapy, and I have to go with how I feel. If you're an artist and you're watching this and you're an artist, or maybe even if you're not, but if you can relate, especially with art, you've got to go with what you feel. In my opinion, art, the point of art is to make you feel something, both when you're looking at it and when you're creating it. So I go with how I feel. That's the short answer. The reason I'm all over the place on my YouTube channel, I haven't picked one thing and stuck with it like a lot of artists do. My art is very different and very special for me because it is legitimate therapy. A lot of artists will say, oh, my art is therapy. And I get it, art is very therapeutic. For me, it is legitimate therapy. It started that way, it continues to be that way. So it's hard to answer that without saying all the stuff that brought me to this. But the point of it is, I do it because I have to, because I want to. It's a form of expression, and you've got to express yourself however it comes out. And there are days when, with my recent physical issues that I've been having, I haven't been able to paint, so I've been posting older videos. But there are days when I don't feel like doing a cloud pour. I feel like doing some texture art, and I have been getting into, I'm going to call it finger painting, using my hands instead of tools, because with the health issues that I've been experiencing, I've been having a really hard time holding onto things, gripping things. So holding the spinner, holding the torch, holding the cups, or even moving the paintings from one place to another is very painful. So I've been working with and experimenting with different ways of putting paint on the canvas, and one of them is a form of finger painting. So I can use my hands open like this and apply the paint to the canvas with just my fingers, and talk about therapeutic. And it is very enjoyable. I will be showing some of those coming up in the coming weeks. If you're interested in that, that will be coming in the coming weeks. So I just wanted to make sure that I addressed that. I didn't know if some of you might also have questions about why I'm all over the place on my channel, but that's why. And I do appreciate you all so much for being here and for taking the time and enjoying the art and giving your feedback. I appreciate you all so much. I really, really do. Okay, now that's the base coat. For those of you who were wondering if this is the first video that you've seen by me, and you're wondering what my paints are mixed with, this is a cloud pour. It uses my cloud recipe, which I think is back in video 175. And the colors that I'm using are all mixed with US Floetrol and water. And as I've explained before, I haven't been able to find a pouring medium that works as well with this style of pour than US Floetrol. This is the only style of painting that I do that includes US Floetrol. Okay, so I've got a little bit of primary yellow in the bottom of my cup, and I'm gonna start layering. So I'm gonna do, oh, this is pretty full. I'm gonna do a little bit of the blue, and this is, ooh, that was full. That is Liquitex Basics, and that's turquoise blue. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of my cloud mix in there, a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go with a little bit of this red, and this is Liquitex Basics, and that is Parole Red. And then this is the PBO Iridescent Orange Yellow, and that is a beautiful color. Love that one. And then a little bit more of the cloud, and then I'm going to go back to the yellow. The blue, and then this time, instead of putting cloud between the blue and the red, I'm going to put the red right on top of the blue, and hopefully we'll get some purple. I don't know. And then a little bit more of that cloud, and then a little bit more of the PBO orange. Then I'm going to go back in with a tiny bit of yellow, and a little bit more of the blue just to top it off. That one was really full, so it's dripping down the side. Let me just get that real quick. I don't like to waste paint, you guys. Part of my OCD. I really like to clean them up so that I can get the paint back in the cup. Okay. All right, so this hopefully is going to give us some really neat, really cool effects. I don't know, but here we go. I'm going to hold my breath and start pouring. And I think what I'm going to do is a straight pour, so I'm not going to spin it until the very end when I want to get the center. Oh, there's some green, very cool. Now I'm going to spin it just a little bit to get the center exact. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I like it already. Very cool. Love working with primary colors. So we've got a little green. I don't see any purple yet though. Oh, there's a little bit. Okay, good. So this is where we wait. You got to be a little patient when you're doing these cloud pours. The best thing to do is to just wait for the, oh, this is going to be pretty, you guys. Wait for the clouds to form. And I've explained this before. I'll explain it again for those of you who are wondering. There is no chemical reaction that's happening here. There's no reaction at all. What's happening is the matte paints, which are in the white, are having an effect on the glossier paints, which are the other four. So the matte paints are pushing the glossier paints away, similar to what happens when you put a drop of oil in water. It goes like that. Or if you drop dishwashing liquid in a pan that has oil on the top, it pushes it away. It's just a different... There's one big cloud right in the middle of that green. That is so cool. It's just a different way that the paints, I don't want to say react, play with or respond to one another. And it just has to do with whether they're matte or glossy. So if you have a combination of matte and glossy, then you're going to get clouds. You can do all matte paints and have a glossy background, and then you get clouds that way. Gina DeLuca does it that way. When she does her cloud pours, they are stunning, by the way. If you haven't seen Gina DeLuca's page, go to Gina DeLuca's page and follow her because she is amazing. She puts everything in a cup and it kind of mixes this amazingly beautiful concoction. But she starts with a base that's glossy, and then she adds colors to it that are matte. And then she gets clouds throughout her entire painting. They are stunning. If you haven't seen her yet, please go visit her. Show her some love. Gina's amazing. Okay, I am gonna spin this. I'm wondering if I should put, I think I should put a tiny bit more of the yellow just to make sure, because I put a really thin layer of the base coat down. I just want to make sure that we've got enough here so that it will move. Okay, like usual, I'm just going to spin it a couple of spins just to spread it out a little bit and see what's going on with my composition. Oh, that is so cool. Ooh. You guys, I love this so much. This is really neat. Oh. Yeah, wow. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, since I have it on this paper, I'm gonna scoot it this way so I can stretch it off this side a little bit more. Let's just go like that. Pull it that way a little bit. You'll see some artists will tilt. Others like to spin. Oh, this is really pretty. Oh my goodness. This is turning out really, wow. Wow. Okay, now I'm gonna go this way with it a little bit. Spin it the other way. Okay, that's good. And then I think I want it this way, just a tad. Oh, that green that's coming out it's like teal. It's pretty. And there's so many teeny tiny little clouds. Oh, you guys, this is so pretty. I'm gonna bring you down in to look at this closer in just a second. Once I get it, that orange is shimmering out, and I'm getting all verklempt. I can't finish my sentences, you guys. I'm so excited about this. I know some people find that very obnoxious, but really it's just the emotion, because this style of art is so personal to me. All of my art is very personal to me, but this, watching how it just comes alive on the canvas is, it's so rewarding, and it's a little emotional. I don't mind telling you. I joke about it and say, oh, I'm getting all verklempt, but I really, really am. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This. Oh. I need to pull it this way a little bit more, and then it will be done. I'm just trying to get the composition just the way I want it. Yes, that's it. Okay. Oh. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Oh, you guys, you don't even know what this does to me. Oh, this looks like a beautiful mermaid tunnel. I mean, it looks like it looks like the looks like the front door to a mermaid castle. Does it not? and I don't know which way it goes. I mean, it looks good the way you guys are looking at it. And it looks good that way. I don't, okay. You guys are gonna have to help me with the composition on this one because I can't decide. I'm not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. This is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the overhead light here. And I'm gonna bring you guys in. Oh my word. Okay, I think to show you, I think I'm gonna spin it this way. You guys. You know, you're probably, some of you are looking at this going, there's nothing special about this at all. And some of you are probably thinking, I don't even like it. And I'm over here like on the verge of tears because I'm freaking out at how beautiful this is. It's beyond what I was expecting. All right, let me just show you. That beautiful iridescent orange is mixing with the red. And up there, look at those clouds. Are you seeing this? You guys, I am gonna have to stop this video because I'm losing it. I'm losing it. That is just, I have no words. I have no more words. Some of you are probably happy about that. All right, I am gonna just sit here and I'm gonna stare at this and marvel at it. And I am hoping that you all enjoyed this as well. I thank you so much for joining me. I apologize if this was a little awkward. I can't help it. I just can't help it. These clouds are they're all multicolored, and it's blowing my mind right now how beautiful this is. I thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please share this. Hit the bell if you want to get notified when I start blubbering again in another video. Give a shout out. Let me know what you think of this. Please tell me, should it be the blue-green at the top, or should it be the clouds at the top? I personally think it should be the blue-green. These clouds are getting bigger, you guys. They're okay, I'm gonna stop the video. My nose is starting to run. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. From the bottom, the top, and the middle of my heart, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for joining me again. This is Little K Artistry, reminding you, go make the art.